another video, and if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you stay a while. Today's set, I will be attempting to use forms in builder gel. These forms are from Nail Supply Glamour. I believe they are the 3XL form. And you see here, just for the sake of saving some time, I'm only demonstrating on one finger here. I kind of figured the best I could on the other ones and still didn't quite get it, but you see here how I attach the form. You just want to make sure it's centered and then make sure your ends are lined up, and then the end right up under where your natural nail meets the form, you want to make sure that that is pinched so that the arch stays where it's supposed to. And then with your first bead, you are going to apply it again where the natural nail meets the form, because that is going to be sort of where your apex is situated. So you want that to be the thickest and most reinforced part of the nail. And I found with builder gel, using these little, I don't know what you would call this brush necessarily, but not necessarily a flat or an oval brush, but more of like a thicker type of liner brush. These are definitely so much more easy to maneuver the gel around. So that's kind of what I ended up doing. And here I'm just following the guides along the side just to make sure that we are all filled in. And then I hold my finger upside down just to make sure that it cures as high as possible. And then I also cure it that way. Then once we are done, I'm going to go in with another dollop just where that little dip, that little depression still is, just so we can have a completely flat surface here. And then we're going to cure right side up. And here we go. So that's kind of, you know, it's a trial and error situation I've been doing here. But I'm just going to clean it off with some alcohol, and then we are going to file it into shape. And again, builder gel is sort of like polygel, like it doesn't take a whole lot of filing at all, so you will do just fine using a hand file. You just see here, as always, we're going to get the side walls, and then we're going to buff the surface even. And again, I have just applied 2 layers of this bright yellow gel polish, so that's what's done on the other fingers, and I'm just demonstrating on this one finger here. And this polish came in a little kind of pastel sort of set that I got from AliExpress, like, I don't know, several months ago, so I don't even know if it's still available at this point. But after a full cure, I'm going to be adding this really pretty pink floral foil, and I'm using my McCart foil glue. And I thought I would leave in like no cuts or as few cuts as possible, so you can just see the struggle of trying to get an even foil transfer. It's like you kind of peel it back a little bit, and then you gotta put it back down and rub and then keep looking. But yeah, I just thought these colors went so pretty together. And of course, this is a Korean nail art inspired design here, and that's kind of where I was going with the yellow and the foil. Of course, her design, she used a much more pale yellow, but this was kind of the only yellow that I had, and I didn't really feel like mixing it with white and all of that, so I just kind of went with it. But of course, I love the design she did, so yeah, this was where my inspiration laid. But I will try to go back through my history and see if I can actually find the video of these, but I watch so many nail videos at this point, I don't know if I would actually be able to find the exact video that these came from. But and the reason that I say Korean inspired is because, like, there's always some chain involved. So yeah, I'm going to be doing the little chain border here. And I found that with applying this chain, it's easy to kind of start with an anchor point. So you just apply just a little bit of gel and then set your chain into it and cure, and then go little by little instead of trying to lay the whole thing down at once, particularly with this chain because it's a rope style chain. So it's kind of hard to get it to lay flat and even, like it kind of wants to be all wonky and all over the place. So it's just easier to go little by little. And even still, it kind of, I didn't cure it completely even on both sides, so it was still kind of weird, but I don't know. it worked for what I was trying to do. But I just love the color and the foil and the chain. It kind of gives me a very sort of, I don't know, vintage rose tea garden sort of vibe. But see here near the end, I go ahead and clip off what I don't need, and then we just kind of clip little by little to make sure that the ends meet up perfectly. All right, and then next for little design, I had these little circular frames and I thought they kind of looked like a flower, so we're gonna use that for the decoration for the other floral finger. And I'm just using my quick fix gel to affix that. And then of course I had this yellow mylar paper here. I'm just gonna cut out a little circle and use that to fill in our frame. And I'm using my top coat to do that. And we're just gonna set it on in there, just to give us a little bit of, I don't know, some reflect, make it look sort of like a mirror, you know? And then I'm going in with our fix gel again. And I'm using that to kind of fix the inside of the chain, but also use it as the base for our designs, or for our rhinestones here. And I chose to use 80 rhinestones, but I don't know, it was kind of, I don't know. This design didn't really turn out how I was envisioning in my head, but you know, they don't always turn out great. You just gotta go for it and see what happens. But I'm just using some little gold accents here to create some sort of little design. So. Cure that into place, and then I'm going to add another little dollop of top coat over our little mirror here, and then we are going to cure. And then you see here on the pinky, I just added like a little gold bar, and then I did the foil just on half of the thumb there, and then I wanted to use this charm. And I should have just stayed with crystal throughout because I felt like the thumb and the middle were clashing. So yeah, there was a lot going on, too many differing finishes on these, but I'm gonna go in with my what is this, my overlay gel here, my crazy top, to go ahead and fill in these nails. It's gonna add some reinforcement and even out the surface. And here we have the finished result. It is, I think I do better shaping with a square. Like, it was kind of hard to get this shape on the forms, but you know, practice makes perfect. So you just gotta keep trying until you get something that you like. But yeah, with a little bit of refinement, this design could be great. But like I said, the kind of the crystals and all of that, it's just, they're kind of all over the place, but it was fun to do, and it gave me ideas for a set in the future. So I hope you guys enjoyed, or at least had fun watching me screw these up. But yeah, give me a like and a comment down below. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.